Welcome back to the Living Philosophy podcast. I'm your host, Vince Lopes. In our last episode, we explored the grounds of Earth Realism. We spoke about the courage to face our planetary predicament without falling into despair. And we discovered something important. Earth Realism is not pessimism. It is a way of seeing reality clearly, recognizing both the depth of our crisis and the living intelligence of the Earth itself. To live as an Earth realist is to stand in two truths at once. The world is in trouble, and the Earth is still alive. But this raises an interesting question. Where did this way of seeing come from? Did someone invent it? It is simply a new environmental philosophy, or is something deeper unfolding? Before we explore these roots, I would like to invite you into a small moment of reflection. Take a moment to think about a place on Earth that matters to you. Perhaps it is a forest where you once walked quietly among the trees, a river that carried the sound of moving water through your childhood, a desert landscape where the silence felt larger than your thoughts. Or it is simply a small garden, a tree outside your window, or a path of sky you see each morning. Whatever place comes to mind, note something important. Your connection to that place is not purely intellectual. It is not based on a theory or a scientific model. It is a lived relationship. Something that place speaks to you, and something in you responds. That simple experience, this quiet reciprocity between human awareness and the living world, is one of the deepest roots of Earth Realism. Across cultures and across countries, people have tried to understand this relationship. They have expressed it through stories, philosophies, sciences, and spiritual traditions. Today, we will explore some of those streams, not as a history of ideas, but as the gradual rediscovery of a deep way of seeing and living on Earth. Long before modern science, long before philosophy, and long before industrial civilization, human beings uniquely experienced the world. In many early cultures, the Earth was not seen as a collection of objects. It was experienced as a community of living presences. Mountains were not merely geologic formations. Rivers were not simply moving water. Forests were not timber resources. They were relatives. This worldview is often called animism, but the word is often misunderstood. Animism does not mean believing that everything has a little spirit inside it. Rather, it reflects a profound intuition. The world is alive with agency, relationship, and meaning. In animist cultures, humans were not the center of existence. They were participants within a larger community of beings. Animals, plants, winds, waters, and landscapes were all part of a shared network of life. This did not mean that life was easy or idyllic, but it meant that existence was relational. Humans lived by listening to seasons, animals, landscapes, and cycles of renewal. But as human societies grew more complex, something began to change. Gradually, the living world was reinterpreted. Nature became an object, and humans began to see themselves as separate observers. Yet, the ancient intuition never completely disappeared. Centuries later, it resurfaced in an unexpected place: philosophy. In the early 20th century, a group of philosophers began asking a simple question: what is our direct experience of the world before we begin analyzing it? This movement became known as phenomenology. One of its central insights is that human beings are never isolated observers. We are always already embedded in a living world. When you walk through a forest, you do not experience trees as abstract objects. You experience shade, scent, movement, sound, and texture. The forest is not merely something out there. It is part of the shared field of experience. Modern culture often forgets this. We measure the world, categorize it, and turn it into data. But our lived experience tells us a different story. We are not outside the world. We are inside it. Perception itself is relational. Phenomenology helped reopen a door that had been closed for centuries. It reminded us that Earth is not simply a physical environment. It is the world we inhabit, sense, and participate in. But perception is only one dimension of our relationship with Earth. There is also the inner landscape of the human psyche. And here, another important stream appears. In the 20th century, depth psychologists began exploring the deeper layers of the human mind. What they discovered was surprising. The psyche is not merely a rational machine. It is a living field filled with images, symbols, archetypes, and emotions. Dreams, myth, and imagination often revealed powerful connections between the human soul and the natural world. Animals appear in dreams. Forests become symbolic landscapes. Rivers represent transformation. These images are not random. They suggest that the human psyche evolved within the patterns of the living earth. Some depth psychologists even suggested the ecological crisis is not only an environmental crisis, it is also a psychological crisis, a crisis of disconnection. When humans begin to see nature as dead matter, the psyche itself becomes impoverished. The loss of our relationship with the living world creates a deep spiritual emptiness. From this perspective, ecological healing is also psychological healing. Reconnecting with Earth restores something essential within the human soul. But philosophy and psychology alone cannot fully explain the living Earth. For that, we must turn to another powerful stream of insight: science itself. Over the past century, ecological science has transformed our understanding of the planet. Early scientific models often describe nature as a machine composed of separate parts. But modern ecology reveals something quite different. Ecosystems function as complex, self-organizing networks. Forests, oceans, wetlands, and grasslands operate through intricate relationships between the species, climate, soil, and energy flows. Remove one element, and the entire system begins to shift. Life constantly adapts, reorganizes, and evolves. Scientists now understand that the Earth itself behaves as a vast, interconnected system. Atmosphere, oceans, soils, microbes, plants, and animals all interact in ways that regulate the conditions necessary for life on Earth. In other words, the Earth is not simply a stage where life occurs. It is a living planetary system. The scientific insight echoes something ancient cultures understood intuitively. Life is relational. No organism exists in isolation. We are woven into a vast web of mutual dependence. And yet, there is one more stream we must consider, one that has preserved this understanding across millennia, the wisdom traditions of the world. Across many indigenous traditions, Earth has always been understood as a living community. Human beings are not masters of the land. They are caretakers and participants within it. This perspective is expressed through ceremonies, ethical traditions, and ways of life built around reciprocity. Take only what is needed. Give it back when possible. Honor the sources of life. These traditions developed deep ecological knowledge long before modern science. But they also carried something equally important, a sense of sacred relationship with Earth. Similarly, contemplative traditions across the world, whether Buddhist, Taoist, or others, have long emphasized interdependence. None exists independently. Everything arises through relationships. The self itself is not an isolated entity. It is a dynamic process within a larger whole. When these insights are applied to our relationship with Earth, the result is profound. Human flourishing and planetary flourishing become inseparable. This is not merely a spiritual belief, it is a practical turn. What is remarkable is that all these streams, ancient wisdom, philosophy, psychology, and ecological science, are converging. Each approaches the question from a different direction, yet they point toward the same realization. Earth is not an object. It is a living field of relationships, and human beings are participants within that field. Earth Realism emerges from this convergence. It does not reject science, it does not romanticize the past, and it does not ignore the seriousness of our planetary crisis. Instead, it integrates these insights into a grander way of seeing and living. It asks us to become fully present to reality, to the suffering we have created, and to the living intelligence that still sustains the Earth. In this sense, Earth Realism is not merely a philosophy, it is a practice of perception, a way of remembering where we stand. As you move through your day to day, I invite you to consider a simple possibility. What if Earth is not merely the background of your life? What if it is the living context that makes your life possible? What if every breath, every meal, every step is already part of a vast web of relationships? When we begin to see this clearly, something shifts. The world becomes more than a resource. It becomes a community. And we begin to rediscover that it means to belong to the Earth. Until next time, walk gently, listen deeply, and remember, we are not standing on Earth. We are standing within it.